Okay, also, can you not? So as I do pretty much every season, I've been building out my new springtime Pinterest board. And this started out as strictly a fashion board, but then like quickly evolved into including a little bit of home decor, a little bit of like springtime in New York City inspiration. I feel like I really like to build a world around my outfits. Like I want to envision where I'm going, what I'm doing whilst I'm wearing these clothes. So I wanted to take you guys through some of my inspiration for spring of 2025. So let's dive into the fashion portion, starting off with cardigans. I would really love to get a few more light, sweatery cardigans that I can wear open over like t-shirts and blouses and stuff like that. I don't know why it's taken me so long to figure out that I need to add more cardigans to my wardrobe, because they're like something that I constantly want to reach for, but then I just don't have it. I'd love to find like either a black or a dark brown, slightly oversized cardigan. I think that would go with like a lot of different outfits. It would also be cool to get some in like a bolder color or a fun pattern. Especially in springtime, I think it's something you can kind of bring with you if it gets a little chillier in the day. Similarly, I would also like to find some nice oversized sweater vests. I have 2 sweater vests that are not oversized and they're fine. I feel like my whole wardrobe, I've been like moving towards the oversized trend, and like I just feel like there's certain items that just look better when they're a bit baggier, and like a sweater vest to me is one of those items. Next item on my list is jackets. I would love to get one of those like 90s Winona Ryder black leather jackets. I feel like I need a dark colored jacket because both of the jackets that I have are lighter colors and they just don't go with everything, especially when I want to like, I don't know, go out at night or something like that. I tend to wear darker colors. And I feel like in the spring and fall, you tend to just need something lighter than a coat, but you still need like a little something to put on over your outfit. So it's good to have a few options to choose from. Now, another trend I've been interested in exploring is neck scarves. I know those have been like big for a minute. I think it's just a nice way to like mix things up instead of always wearing a necklace, and sometimes a scarf lends a little bit more to a certain outfit. It's just something I've never gotten into, so I'm just like interested in exploring that. Another little accessory thing that I want to try out is an anklet. More specifically, like whilst wearing socks and then putting a little anklet over the sock, like a loafer sock combo with a dainty little anklet, I think would be super cute. I love an exposed sock with a loafer, so I feel like just adding a little dainty anklet on there is kind of a way to mix it up a little bit. What's next on the list? Kind of a basic item, I guess you could say, a little bit trendy, a Mary Jane. I don't have any Mary Janes. I have a pair of like these fabric completely flat Mary Janes that I actually had to buy out of necessity because I was out on the town and it started raining and my shoe broke. It didn't just break, it like exploded. Like, what? So I went into the shop and they had like a whole basket of these like really cheap Mary Jane shoes. They were like $6 or something. So I bought those and I don't really wear them out because they're just so flat and uncomfortable to be like walking around New York in. But I like how they look, and sometimes I wear them in like style videos and stuff, but I don't technically have a pair of Mary Janes that I wear like out and about. So that's on my list. I would love a pair of Mary Janes with like a nice cushioned sole. Maybe a little chunky, maybe some interesting little detail, but I feel like a Mary Jane is just a classic shoe. I also feel like a Mary Jane with a more like masculine outfit is such a vibe. I love that. And now while we're on the topic of shoes, I desperately need sneakers. I have my running sneakers. I have a pair of Fayus that are like pretty old and stained now because they're white. I would really like to just get a pair of black and white Adidas. I feel like there's been a lot of like trendy moments for wardrobe staples. And a part of me is like, I don't want to like buy into the trend and get something that literally everyone else is wearing right now. But I do feel like a athletic looking sneaker like an Adidas, like a Puma, I feel like yes, they're trendy, but they're also just a wardrobe staple, honestly. And I was trying to look up like Adidas alternatives and like, you know, not be like the other girls. And I think I just came to the conclusion that what does it matter? So what if everyone else is wearing them? You know why? Because they're a great shoe, I assume. Okay, and the last item that I would like to add to my spring wardrobe is a nice, like, baggy, slightly oversized, long sleeve polo. I bought a couple short sleeve, like, smaller polos when I was in Europe because you know how it is. But I want a bit more variety, and I feel like getting some long sleeve ones would be nice, some that are a little bit more like oversized would be nice. But I would like to have a little bit more variety because I think in the spring and fall, having a long sleeve would be really convenient. And also to have something a little more loose and flowy would be nice. I feel like I consider myself a maximalist in a lot of ways, but I've been really leaning into and craving simpler outfits. Like there's something so nice and refreshing about an outfit that's just like a good pair of blue jeans, some good sneakers, and like a polo or a nice sweater, a good blouse, something like that. And then just like simple little accessories. I feel like fashion in general is moving towards more of that like quiet luxury minimalist look again, which is like fine. I do think we shouldn't categorize maximalism as being like cheap and gaudy because that's not what it is. Like just because you love a loud pattern doesn't mean that it's cheap or less than something that's more plain and simple. But that's like a whole other topic and video, honestly. But I have seen like the industry moving in that direction, and I've also been feeling in myself moving in that direction a little bit, and I'm like, am I being like influenced? Like, am I so easily persuaded? But then I remind myself that I also still love like my over-the-top patterns on patterns on patterns, like 1970s medieval revival looks, like all of that. I just feel like there's some days when you want to do that, and then there's some days when you just want to wear a simple like jeans and t-shirt. And I feel like we shouldn't be boxing ourselves into like, no, this is who I am, or no, this is who I am. You can be both. You can be all of it. Anyway, I'm gonna throw up a few pictures on the screen of just general outfits that I really like that I would like to try and recreate this spring. There's a lot of great mask leaning outfits that I've been really into lately. I love like a pant with a t-shirt or like a tank top or something, and then like a button up layered over that, like an open button up. There's a couple pictures of Florence Welch, my queen of style. I just love her like 70s, like medieval inspired, but modern looks. And these are some outfits that I would love to kind of recreate from my wardrobe for this spring. This outfit with like shorts and a sweater, a short sweater combo. I don't know if I've ever done that, but we're gonna try it. I was really into this picture of this girl at like a cafe. She has her Adidas pants and then just like this oversized striped blouse. I liked this outfit of the girl in the skirt with an oversized sweater and then red socks and loafers. A classic combo. All right, but let's talk about some of the home decor items that I have on my list as well that I'm currently on the hunt for. These aren't necessarily like spring specific, but they're things that I would like to add to my home for springtime, and some of them are like, you'll see, some of them are like a spring vibe. So number one on my list is to find a stainless steel cup and saucer. I feel like I've definitely been influenced because I used to like hate gray and silver things. I still do not like the sad gray millennial interiors or whatever we call them, but like stainless steel, a couple touches of silver. I was influenced. I'm a fan. It just looks really classy, but it also is like very durable and feels like, what's the Tupperware equivalent of like workwear? Also, while I was looking up pictures to save on Pinterest, I came across some like stainless steel martini glasses. And now I'm just like, do I want my whole kitchen wares to be stainless steel. I mean, they wouldn't break, so that would be nice because I just recently broke a plate. Now, the next thing on my home decor list is actually something that I want to DIY. I have this gold frame hanging up behind the camera, and I'm just like so over the picture that I have in it. It's an art print of a Van Gogh painting, but on the bottom it says like Van Gogh in big letters. I'm like so not into it anymore. I would love to do my own painting. I'm thinking it'll be like a really simple blobby floral design because I am not a painter, and if I need to do like human faces or details, like it's just gonna go downhill real fast. But I feel like that would add such a cool personal touch to my home space, is to have a piece of art that I actually made myself. All right, and then lastly, for like home decor stuff, I want to have more flowers in the home. And my favorite place to buy flowers is Trader Joe's because they're so affordable. It's also fun to go and get like a couple different types of flowers or maybe some greens, and then you can kind of like arrange your own little bouquets. All right, and the last thing I want to talk about that I included in my Pinterest board for spring is like vibes and activities. One of the biggest things I'm excited for with the warmer weather approaching is like being able to sit outside at a cafe. It's like such a simple luxury, but when the sun is shining and you have your little coffee and your book, it's like I feel like I'm just living so richly. I think I made a vlog last spring where I went to a cafe and I brought my little like watercolor set and I just like painted and had my coffee, and it was like a really cute moment for me. So I want to do that more this year. Another outdoor activity that I can't wait to do more of is visiting all the parks. Park walks, park hangs. So I'm really excited to like get back to the parks and be able to spend a bit more time lying on top of some grass, looking up at the sky, hearing the birds chirping. It's gonna be so nice. All right, and the last thing on my list is doing more like cultural things. This includes like going to more museums, utilizing the library more, reading more books in general, going to more French language meetups. I have not been doing that, and I need to do that if I ever want to speak French. And even things like going out dancing, going out to karaoke, like simple things that don't cost a lot of money and like are just things that can get me off of my phone more. And that's one of my big motivations for trying to incorporate more of this stuff in my life, because I feel like I need a little bit of a social media cleanse. Like I obviously do a lot of like content creation and I'm posting a lot, but I tend to also scroll a lot because I'm always opening the apps. But I was like, I need a game plan. I can't just say, oh, just don't go on the apps. I do notice that if I'm out, if I'm with people, if I'm filming, if I'm doing things, I don't even think about it. I don't reach for my phone. So I was like, I think the game plan is to do more things that don't make me reach for my phone. And at the same time, these are all things that I think will creatively stimulate me, help me learn new things, help me like explore the city a bit more. That is my spring Pinterest mood board, my fashion inspiration, my home decor inspiration, and my like general vibes inspiration. Alright guys, but that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this style of video, definitely let me know in the comments, give it a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe. And if you guys want to follow me in other areas of the internet, you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, I have music on Spotify. I will see you all in the next video. Bye!